I'm going to show you the tricks and tips on how to make the fillings for dumpling and wonton.
It's way easier than you can imagine.
Let's start with the ingredients.
The first ingredient is meat. Ideally, we want to use the meat with some fat so that the filling is firm but does not taste like a cardboard. If you don't have access or you just simply don't like fatty meat, follow these tips and tricks. You can still have a very juicy fillings. The first tip is to use eggs to tenderize the meat. I'm using 2 eggs. I'm also going to chop some green onion. This helps to get rid of the earthy taste of the meat, especially if you're using beef. For the same purpose, we also need some ginger. Slice them first. Make sure to mince them well for a smooth texture. Now we have all the key ingredients. Mix them well in the bowl. We're going to season the filling next. For seasoning, I'm using salt. Crush the peppercorn. This is optional. You can go without it. Next is ground the black pepper. They always taste better when they're freshly ground. I also like to use a pinch of sugar. This is not to make the filling sweet. It's just going to balance the flavor. Now light soy sauce, dark soy sauce. Don't overuse the dark soy sauce. Lastly, oyster sauce. Then mix everything. Here comes the second trick. When you mix the fillings, make sure it always goes the same direction.
If you think of making wonton potsticker or a dumpling is difficult, this is the part. This is labor intense. You have to just stir, mix it really well so that the meat all stick together.
After mixing the meat for about 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to show you another important trick. Since the meat I'm using doesn't have a lot of fat, I'm going to use some oil. This is the key for the wonton, dumpling, or even potsticker that you're making, not taste dry. Also make sure to add the oil as the last step. If added too early, it's going to prevent the meat from absorbing all the other tastes. Now look at the consistency. This is what we want. The meat is kind of glued to the chopsticks. At this point, the filling is basically ready, but you can still customize it by adding maybe shrimp or maybe some more vegetable. A few drizzles of sesame oil will bring the fillings to the next level. One final trick. When cooking wonton or dumpling, add cold water into the pan. This helps the wrap to stay intact, so there's no casualty. Now you know all the tips and the tricks to make perfectly juicy fillings. It's time to action. See you next time.